Do you want thumbnails that look like this or this? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Kishabub's cool school for cool kids that have cool looking thumbnails. Cool. Anyways, enjoy the video. So the first step into making my thumbnail is getting a character photo. Now getting a character photo is pretty simple. I'm gonna open up my Minecraft and I'm going to log into a single player world. Now if you have any sort of pack on with a custom sky, what you can do is go into options, video settings, quality, and turn custom sky off so you can get this blank blue sky. Your pose that you're gonna have in your thumbnail will differ depending on your thumbnail that you're making and the video that it's on. So let's say it's like a video where I'm getting YouTube rank. I wouldn't have it where I'm like running in a cool stance. I wouldn't have that. I would more have a just sitting still, looking up kind of thing. And I don't use replay mod. Most people do use replay mod for their thumbnail. I don't believe it's necessary. Okay, so I'm looking up and I'll get a screenshot. That seems like it's a good one. And once you get your screenshot, you should be good on the character photo. So you want to open that screenshot. Usually if you're on a client, it'll tell you, but go to your app data. Yeah, you pretty much. So just open up your screenshot. I have the photo here. I'll copy it and I'll move it into here. So when you open paint.net, you're gonna have this 800 by 600 square. You're gonna want to resize that to 1920 by 1080. This is the size that we're gonna use for our thumbnail. Next, you want to paste that image or that screenshot that you have of your character. So basically, to get the magic wand, you're gonna want to go over to the sidebar and click magic wand. And after you have your magic wand selected, you want to click the background and it will have selected all of this. And you see how it's cutting into my eye. I don't want to delete my eye because then my eye's not there. So I'm going to simply lower down this tolerance until my eye is not taken up anymore. You'll see this Kishabub still here, but that's okay. We can just remove that like that. You can select it using the box selection or the rectangle select and just press the delete key. Now once you have that removed, you want to have the image of the thumbnail in your mind. You want to have it all pictured out before actually making it. So what I want to do is I want to have my character standing in the center, maybe up to around here, looking up towards the YouTube rank right there. So we're gonna have that guy standing there. That seems about right. Maybe like that. And then we're gonna select all by pressing Control A, Effects, Object, and Outline Object. Now if you don't have this, don't worry, it's a plugin, Bolt Baits plugin, that adds a lot of cool features to paint.net. So I'll link a tutorial down in the description on how to get that. So I've outlined my character. It doesn't really matter what color, it's up to it's your choice on that. But I'm gonna add a drop shadow. So again, with this plugin, I can add a drop shadow. I'm gonna make it a little bit less opaque, I don't know. And I'm gonna widen it a bit, maybe, yeah, that seems about right. So now we have my character pretty much finished. If you wanna be extra spicy with your thumbnail, you can go to the brush, which is B on your keyboard, and you can maybe select a red, or whatever your skin is, and kind of just add a little glow. So set the hardness to 0 on the brush and just add this cool glow. Make it very subtle. And you'll see it's not very subtle for me right now because if I double click this layer, it'll open this layer properties and I can just lower the opacity. So it's that little red glow that just looks really cool in my opinion. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look up sky background. Now this will bring up a bunch of backgrounds that you can use. Don't worry about the resolution. Just try to get one that has like some sort of cloud. Like this could work, this could work. Just some sort of cloud. It doesn't matter if it's low quality or whatever. So we're gonna insert that. We're gonna copy the image from Google and paste it into here. Now you'll see it's low quality, right? But that's no biggie because we can just add some motion blur. I do not believe this is a plugin, although if it is, I only have one plugin, so Bolt Baits plugin is going to do it all for you. So I'm going to add some motion blur, and look, that looks pretty good already. So the next thing we're going to add is the YouTube rank text. Now, I don't know if there's some generator to do this, but I do it manually. So what I'll do is I'll get this font. So the font I have is called Minecraft. So red outline like that. And we're just going to type it out. YouTube. And then Kishabub. Now if this is too big, like you can see here, we're just going to delete that. Lower the font size, which is up here. And we're just going to say YouTube Kishabub. Just like that. And you want to add a little space there. So as you can see, it's still red on the text, so we're just going to select it. You can press S for short, or this rectangle select. We're just going to grab that, and we're going to press Control Shift U all at the same time, and this pops up. And we're just going to take this lightness slider, pull it all the way up, make that white. And now we have my YouTube rank. So next thing we're going to add to our YouTube rank is a drop shadow. Instead of the drop shadow, if you want, you can add a object shadow, which is right here. And I think that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this shadow radius up a bit, make it go down, maybe like right here. And let's just see this. Okay, that looks pretty good in my opinion. So if you want to add any more effects, you can, but this should work unless you want to add like a background text like that. You just copy and paste it and put it under, and you can just Control Shift U, turn the brightness down as much as you want, and you have that 3D thing. If you're wondering how I did that, again, you would take your first layer, you press Control C on your keyboard, or Command C, whatever, Mac or Apple, or whatever you're on, and then press Control V to paste it, and you have the second one here. You just place it wherever you want, and then Control Shift U, get that darker feel. So with that out of the way, we have this nice YouTube rank looking name tag kind of thing. Position, you can always play around with positioning. I play around with positioning so much. We're going to make my character a little bit bigger just so it's more noticeable. So now you have this, right? And you have the base. This is a simple thumbnail. You can stop here if you'd like, but we're going to go a bit more in depth. So we're going to look up anime lines. And we're going to get these anime lines. Get the first one, it doesn't matter. And we're just going to overlay it over. Okay. And kind of just scale it. So now we're going to press, you could press Shift S for the magic wand, but we're just going to grab the magic wand. I'd say turn it around maybe 20, around the 30s mark on the tolerance if the background is black, and just delete it. So you may think, well, this looks ugly, and you'd be right. But we're going to make this look better by pressing Control Shift U, bring up this thing again, and just turn this all to white. Now you can either set this to overlay by, remember, double clicking. Set this to overlay, which looks pretty good. Maybe turn down the opacity, which is what I'm going to have. Or you can keep it at normal, whatever seems better for you. I'm going to keep it on overlay, just so it kind of blends with the background color. So this is one of my favorite parts to do on the thumbnail. So press B, get your brush tool out. Make sure hardness is at 100. Make sure this width is around 300, whatever seems good for you. So just do this on the border. Okay, we're gonna have this kind of thing. Press S on your keyboard to get to rectangle select, and just go at the corner, try to line it up as best as possible. Make a box like this, an outline selection. Now, press this thing if you want to edit it at all. Like if it's not even, you can see this side's bigger. And I'll just make an even looking box. Maybe this is good. I think this is good. delete it, and you have this white trim. So first I'm going to center this a bit because it's not really centered. But I'm going to get this white trim, double click the layer to open layer properties, and I'm going to turn it to overlay. Now that looks good already. It already is a big improvement. But we're going to lower down opacity maybe a bit, and we're going to take this object and drop shadow. We're going to add a drop shadow. Turn all of these up all the way, and you get there. You can play around with it, but I think these are the best settings, and press OK, and you have a very clean looking thumbnail. The next thing you want to do is just export it. So you can just press Control Shift F, and it's all done, and then you can just save that. The way to save it is File and Save As. It's pretty straightforward after that. It will ask you to insert a name. I do not want to show my file explorer in the case of getting doxxed. But yeah, that's going to be it for this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, make sure to join my Discord server if you want, and I'll see you in the next one.